Okay, hi guys. Welcome back to E&E Unplugged. We're so happy to have Eva and Logan joining us today. We're all about to leave for the national championship, so it's really exciting to get to talk to them. Um, they are national and international competitors. Recently, I think they just won the 2023 Autumn Classic, and so and also JGP or not JGP, Grand Prix. At one time, I in Junior Grand Prix, but this season, Grand Prix competitors. And so it's really great to talk to you both today. How are you?
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. We're so excited. We're
Definitely
pretty
excited.
good.
Yeah, doing
Had a
well.
lazy Saturday, lots of cleaning. But yeah, chill.
Awesome. Yeah, great. Okay, so I guess we'll just get started. How are you feeling about this upcoming nationals?
Excited. I don't know.
That's a good answer. One word.
It's always nerve-wracking. I think US championships are the most nerve-wracking of all of our competitions. I think it's especially important with all of the US competitors coming into one spot. And, the US has a lot of strong competitors, a lot of strong athletes, a lot of strong teams. So despite having Grand Prix and going to other, what some would say more prestigious competitions, I think US Championships holds a special place as far as um, being the most nerve-wracking, I think, for a lot of people.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I feel like I'm better with nerves this season than before, but we'll see next week. I guess we can update the podcast.
yeah.
Yeah, no, so I was gonna ask you guys about that because I think like this season in particular, it's been so like awesome to watch you guys. Like, just does each season feel distinct from one another, or like I guess how do you approach each year?
No, that's a good question. A lot of the I have talked to Ava about this because a lot of the days seem to roll by very quickly and weeks go by and all of a sudden, 2023 is over now where it seemed like it just started, few weeks ago. But I think when you look at it season to season, it does kind of feel like there's a little bit more distinction there. We had our Hunger Games and then we had a River Dance. So I think based on the programs, we figured out, okay, here's where we're at with the season. This season seems particularly quick.
Yeah, this season felt really quick.
It's very strange to be already at US champs.
I
I
saw
think
a
Did feel quick.
yeah,
think.
I saw like a terrifying reel that was like this year's already like like 4% over or something like that.
Oh,
geez.
geez. Getting deep.
It's
It's only
terrifying.
January 20th.
Um,
Like, yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, no, this season it
Yeah.
did fly by for sure.
I don't know, maybe because like we're doing better this season, but yeah.
Usually time flies when we're having fun.
We
Yeah.
we did one competition less this year, but I feel like we didn't compete.
Yeah.
Like I feel like our programs are still new. You know what I mean?
We had a lot of our competitions earlier in the
Yeah, true.
season for 2023, and then we had a pretty significant break after the Cup of China.
Mhm.
We had Thanksgiving and then all of December, and then Christmas
Baseball
and New
too.
Year's and all of the holidays. So it was a lot of, actually, I would say it was downtime. It wasn't downtime. It was our our off season, but not really at all. Because I know Igor wanted to hit skating skills and other things that we normally don't get to a lot of the times in the middle of the season. But it does feel very quick, and it's kind of
Right.
weird, as they say.
Do you so I guess the senior season starts a lot later typically than the junior season. So do you feel like there's a difference in how the season is like that is structured compared to when you were younger, or like does it to feel the same?
I don't know.
Well, we usually start at like Placid. So
Yeah,
that's always, but like
a lot of teams usually start either at at
Chesapeake.
Chesapeake or Lake Placid, but I want to say Lake Placid is usually the first one. Um, at least for us, it's always been the only time I ever felt that I had a really long season was when my old partner and I, Chloe, we went to Junior Worlds, and that was the only one, and that was because Junior Worlds was in March. So there's a drastic change from only training, through January, maybe the end of January, versus going all the way through like the first 2 weeks of March.
Right.
That was the
Yeah.
only difference, I think.
Yeah, okay. So
Hopefully that'll be us.
yeah. So
Yes, manifest it.
so yeah, talking about last year's programs, like I think my favorite of your well, aside from this year, but my favorite program of yours is the river dance program. Was I guess I know that there was some sort of like initial inspiration behind that, right?
Mhm.
Besides just wanting to do a river dance program. Can you
Yeah.
tell us about that?
So a lot of my family is actually from Ireland, and yeah, a lot of them. I don't really know.
Or just heritage.
Yeah, it's more like family heritage, and it was more of, kind of digging deeper into my roots. Like I got to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think right now. Brain, brain, brain.
It's Saturday.
No, I guess study, I guess. I
Yeah.
got to like study my roots and study more of my ancestors and ask questions to my grandparents that were, really interesting in everything to learn. So I think it just helped the program grow. But I still even today, I feel like such a deep connection to that program.
Yeah.
I
No,
really enjoyed that program.
we are planning on going to Dublin later
Oh
this
yeah, we're
year.
going to Ireland.
So we're very excited,
Oh.
actually. I don't have as close heritage as Ava does.
Okay.
So I am my roots stem back a little bit later. But
She's making a scene, so we're just gonna. This
Okay.
is
No,
Indy.
it's fine.
Your dog is ripping this
I know.
stuffed
I'm like, what
animal
are you
apart.
doing? He's like playing with the blinds. Every time we go on like a call or something, he's like, let me make all this noise. And it's
Yeah. So, I guess going like way back, I know some people were asking, actually so we can get into the fan questions. So this is from Kara. She wanted to know when did you guys first meet?
2018?
2018. It would have been summer of 2018.
Yeah. That would be when I moved to Canton. So
Well,
Chloe and I,
like after, no, before.
it was in the middle of the season.
It was after JGPs, but before nationals. Yeah, you moved to Canton, but I was training solo in Canton.
Sometime in the fall.
So like, but we never like, you always trained early in the morning.
Yeah. So I was in Canton with Chloe, but I think we were never there at the same time. So I hadn't met Ava until I think that was in 20, that was 2017.
I would
Yeah.
drive every morning from Ohio. Well, not every morning, just one day a week. I would drive in the morning from Ohio to Canton. So I would skate in the afternoons, because I was still going to school.
Yeah.
But then in the summer I was there full time. And you only skated in the morning. So our schedules never overlapped until like the summer.
Yeah, because I still had school, and I was trying to finish up undergrad when I was still there. So I was finishing up
For
school.
biology, right? Or
So the undergrad was cellular and molecular biology. They renamed it now. It has developmental in there. And then I actually 2021 I graduated with a master's. That's different. But
That's biomedical engineering.
yeah, we had met in 2018. But I was there at
Jumped around.
well, that was the question.
We actually met like a few years ago. No.
so Ava, speaking about Ohio, I know I think Claire was asking how it feels to have nationals in your home state.
I'm really excited to have nationals in Ohio. I have a really big fan club, I guess. Like I have a lot of people coming to watch, which I'm excited about. A little nervous though, because I don't know. Like
There's a lot of people coming.
like it's different
It's
when
kind
you
of weird.
skate in like
Really?
you go international, you skate in front of people like you don't know really. So it's a different feeling than skating for people that you know. Because you're like, I just want to
Yeah,
make you
it's fun. I
proud.
mean, when we had
We met
nationals
here.
here, it was like it was like such a weird like feeling because like it didn't feel like a typical competition
Yeah.
because like you have like actual people that you know like show up. So that was cool. So
Like,
yeah,
oh
that's
hey.
exciting.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and then Vanessa asks, who's your inspo day to day?
Oh.
Like a date and like a
No, like inspiration.
Like
I think
Like-
for you
food
it would be
wise.
Renee, if anything.
Yeah.
like
I
a
love-
lifestyle or like skating.
I mean, I think it's referring to skating, but we can go lifestyle if
Ooh.
She does what she wants. I don't know. I think Ava.
Well,
Eva's
it's
her
hard
own
because I
inspiration.
feel like like right now, like I used to obviously like have like the idols, but I feel like now I kind of look for certain qualities in different skaters that I enjoy, and I try to implement that into my skating, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
like obviously like, oh, Marilyn Charlie or like Tessa and Scott, but like I feel like I try to take things from everybody's skating and implement it into my skating. And then for life, I would probably say Renee because she's the best. Go Renee, plug
Renee.
Renee.
Shout out Renee.
I need her to align my chakras before
I know.
competition.
I feel like you should have her on the podcast. She would be great.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
I know we want to. She's gonna be at nationals, right?
I know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
We have every coach coming, so we have
We've
a
got
big score. We have a
pretty
lot
much all
of
of our
teams
teams
going now.
too, though.
Yeah.
All
Oh
of
my
her two
gosh.
teams, I believe, are coming.
Mhm.
Well, it makes sense for all of them to go. So
Yeah. But Renee's so
That's very
excited.
cool.
Yeah.
Who's your
Is
inspiration?
this her first?
Yeah, this is her first championships.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
champ-
No,
yeah.
no. She came to Boston.
No, her first championships.
Huh?
Her first championships. She's been to a competition before.
Wasn't Boston Championship?
That was
No,
what John said.
That's just classic.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't tell if she would be like really chill or like really nervous at a competition.
She was having us do. She was having us do.
think a little bit
She
of both.
called it real talk with Renee, and she would hold. What was she holding? Her speech.
It was essentially like like almost like you would do a press conference.
Yeah, so she was asking us all these really hard questions, and because she used to do pageants, so
So she would take the time,
Oh.
and so she
she
had
would
the
do like
training.
the
She was like, I
speaking.
can pass on this training to us. And actually,
She was good.
going to international competitions, we actually get quite a few things of that. But yeah, some people don't get that much experience with it. So it was kind of nice for her to be able to do that and share it with us.
She's so fun.
Okay. Yeah. And then CJ Skating asks, what are their favorite programs?
I mean, I like this year. I think it's a little bit more mature.
That's what
Of the
everyone
ones
says.
yeah,
They're
people
like,
are saying that it's a more mature program than the rest of the ones that we have done, not just necessarily from last year, but then
Yeah.
all of the ones in the past. But I mean, I liked Riverdance. I liked the Hunger Games. I wouldn't say that didn't I did not dislike any of them. So
Mhm.
it's not,
any rhythm dances.
I guess, okay.
Oh.
Rhythm dance, not that it wasn't like,
Rhythm dance a different story.
yeah,
Okay,
I
so
don't know.
it's free dance.
I didn't like and this is just, maybe this is just me. Because I know a lot of people were like, oh, we love the Broadway theme when we had all of the musicals. I'm not a huge Broadway person. That's not my thing. So I guess that was the one rhythm dance that I thought I did okay on, but it wasn't like, I was like, yes, like I'm gonna go.
That was COVID year.
That was just hard for us because I think that was like our first year junior, and then we had to do tea time. That was awful. But yeah, that was crazy.
Because he's making noise. We have a game that has dice, and he loves to try and like get the dice out, and he plays with them. We don't want him to keep them.
What's his name?
Indy.
Indy.
Indy. Oh.
He was born on the 4th of July, so we said like Independence.
People are taking it different ways.
Yep, people either like, oh, it's like Indy 500 racing or
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Yeah, so
it depends.
or Independence. But yeah.
That's so cute.
So I guess what do you guys see as your biggest moment of the season so far?
Probably winning Classic.
Yeah, winning Autumn Classic was.
I would say Cup of China. Skate Canada was there. I think of our three international competitions, it was probably the least memorable for me. The moment that, and it's actually really funny because it wasn't even finishing.
The video of me, like when they
announced
the scores, I was literally like, oh my, because like
yeah, it wasn't
never scored that high, like even in the US.
We've always gotten around 22.
I think I saw a picture.
What?
I think I saw a picture of you like
yeah. There's a good video out there. But I think that was probably the number one, was just your reaction after Autumn Classic. The rhythm dance though. It wasn't necessarily finishing the free. I think finishing that one, I was just in
you're in that post
You're in the
run.
zone, so you just kind of don't remember what's happening.
Yeah.
But
Well, because here's the thing. Like, and I think Marco and Charlene actually talked about this, I think at Europeans. They were saying it's weird because sometimes you feel like you skate great and you get like an average score, and then other times you feel like you skate like okay, and then I think Marco and Charlene were like, oh, we got like an 86, and it's just the nature of competition.
Yeah.
But
Do you think
it's
like
just
some of that comes down to just like you in the moment, like you just don't know like what levels you get? Because I feel like for the most part you can kind of tell like from like a GOE perspective where you are,
yeah.
but I feel like so much of the score comes down to what like footwork levels you get.
Mhm.
And for me at least, sometimes I'm like, oh, I nailed that, and then I didn't nail it. Or like I didn't think I got it and then we did. So
I think it's dependent on the energy that you put in. Because I don't remember the actual performance at Autumn Classic, and I don't remember whether I was feeling good about it or bad about it. I remember just being like, okay, that was
I was
good.
like, guys, I've never seen you skate like that. That was good.
But I don't personally remember what that was like. I do personally remember the free dance at Cup of China and being very much in the zone. Like I was trying to give it everything I could, and I felt really good after it. Um, whether the scoring was there or not, it didn't matter. Like to me, I felt very much in the moment,
Well,
and I don't remember that for a lot of the
Rhythm
competitions.
dance at Cup of China, like that was the best I felt doing it
Yeah,
the whole
but it was
season so
definitely
far.
right. But I think the technical panel has their job as far as like that's where it comes down to training. I think it really does like based on how much repetition you go through, obviously as correctly as possible. Um, you're gonna get the levels that you're gonna get. I wouldn't say that it's, oh, you feel extra good on
Yeah.
levels today. I think you definitely have bad days. Like I think there's days where the technique and what you're feeling with your skates is not where you want to be. But generally on a good day, I wouldn't say your technique totally changes or you're feeling really good. I think it's based on the energy that you put in and whether you're really in the moment or not. Um, I don't know. That's really
Yeah,
where I would.
no, I feel like we've been working a lot more on the technical part just because,
Yeah,
like, that's
it
always
depends.
been
yeah.
our weakest.
I don't know. I can't tell if I'm like in the moment or if I like black out during the pro like because it's weird because it's like I feel like sometimes I remember like specific parts of the program, but then as soon as it's over, like it all just felt like
No, I feel like you
Right.
go in like autopilot mode because every time
Yeah.
I look at you, you're like looking out into space and it's just like,
He's in character. That's what it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
No, honestly, if I've found that if I can get into character and stay there all the way through the program, it ends up being a lot easier to get through it. And I don't pay attention to how I'm breathing or maybe how exhausted I am in the program. Like something I do actually pay attention to is whether I'm breathing through my nose or not, because the more I can
Yeah.
breathe through my nose and out through my mouth through the entirety of the program, the better I usually am physically by the end of it. So I do pay attention to my breathing, but that's kind of the only thing. Otherwise, I try to take on a character, and I'm sure you guys probably feel the same way.
I always tell Ethan, like, because I talk in our program. He doesn't say a word, but I always talk. And so I'm sometimes like, breathe, breathe. Because he doesn't breathe. He's just
Yeah.
like,
No, she'll go like, come on.
no, or
Yeah.
like I'll
Yeah.
say little
Whether that be
like
for you, the whole team, everything doesn't
120%.
matter. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No, I'll be
funny.
like 120 or come on, Junior Worlds.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right. Fight for it. Fight for it. Yeah. I talk to
yeah.
Ava
Yeah, I don't know
sometimes.
how she has the energy to I couldn't talk. Like I remember last year in the rhythm dance when we had that like yell, that took so much out. Like I remember a few competitions we did that and nothing came out. That was
Yeah,
kind of that was
that's
bad.
funny.
But
Yeah.
uh,
No, I talk to you
so
You
sometimes.
too.
I
Yeah,
don't
Logan
share
talks to
it.
me a little bit.
wait, what?
Logan talks to Ava.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
like the other day we were doing a rhythm, I think, or we just doing twizzles and you did an extra, and I was like, I don't know.
You either said like, come
I
on,
don't
or
know.
whatever it
No,
was.
I messed up my twizzle the other day and Ethan's like, come on.
Yeah. It's stressed. So, okay, I wanted to talk about Ava's solo dance origins and how
Oh
you
yes.
got into. So how did you get into ice dancing, I guess?
Okay, so basically I was around 12 years old and I was gonna quit because I was having a really hard time jumping because I was growing and, you know, you're starting to change. So I took like 2 weeks off, and then one of my coaches called us and said that US Figure Skating had a program called Solo Dance, and it was like the first year they had it. So we signed. It was like $15 to sign up. So we signed up, and I ended up competing like quite a bit that first season, and I made it to nationals the first year. But what?
Were you in the first year solo dance ever?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But I didn't make it.
Wait, was this Colorado?
Yeah, but I didn't make
Okay,
it to final round the first year.
So real fast, me and Ava competed against each other at solo dance, and I lost because I stopped the pattern early on my cha-cha.
Nice.
Hickory hoedown, and it scars me to this day.
You were so cute though.
Perhaps Ava's skating abilities were superior also, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. Yeah, so then I kept doing solo dance, you know, for years. And then it wasn't until I was about 15 that I was really like, oh, I should look for a partner. Because in Ohio, nobody really does ice dance. Like it's more of
skating.
Nobody really skates. Like, so I didn't know, I didn't have the resources to, you know what was happening or what to do. Or I was like, oh, that would be cool one day to get a partner, but I didn't know how to do that. So it was actually, I was testing my silver dances at a test session, and there was a judge there that was trial judging, and she was like, I know Marina, like you need to go to Michigan and you need to try like skate for her, and like you're really good, like you could be really good. And that's actually how I ended up at Marina's. It was because I tested my dances, and there was a judge at the session.
Was the test in Ohio?
It was in Ohio.
It must have been close, because I know a lot of the judges will travel depending.
No, it was in Strongsville.
Yeah.
But she like came up to me and she was like, I know Marina, like we're gonna get you in contact. And then she did, and then that's how I ended up going to Michigan. And then I ended up having like, I kept doing solo dance up until I was 18. So from like 12 to 18, I did solo dance. And I was like looking for a partner within that time frame, and you know, like tryouts. I guess like you guys don't really like fully.
For us, it was more, I am your father, you will be a dancer. That was not how we got into.
Yeah, so I mean the tryout process is hard because there's a lot of girls and there's not a lot of boys. And you know, but that's kind of how it started. Pretty crazy. So yeah, I was gonna quit. And then solo dance saved me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and then so last question of this list. Do you have any pre-competition rituals?
I don't.
I wouldn't say rituals. I always put my left skate on before my right, but that's about the only thing. The left skate's gotta go.
Yeah, I don't care. I just do whatever foot I pick up first.
I put left skate on, right skate on, and then tie left, and then tie right.
Okay. So you sit in them for a second.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
At the same time.
No.
Yeah.
I only tie the left. Like I put left skate on, tie the left, put the right skate on, tie the right.
I just put on whatever skate I pick up first.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think it comes from freestyle though, I told Adrian this, because maybe I'm paranoid or OCD or whatever it is. Maybe a little bit of both. But I would land on I was we'll say a normal jumper. So I jump off my left, land on my right. And so I always thought my right skate would be weaker, or because I was landing on it, it would end up loosening up more so than my left. So I was like, okay, well, I need my right to be stronger. Usually the second skate you tie is a little bit tighter or stronger than the first, because you get kind of warmed up. So I would tie my left skate first, knowing that it's going to be a little bit weaker, and I'm just jumping off of it where I need to land on my right. So I'd impact on my right side a little bit harder. So I think it just came from freestyle. Like it just kind of carried through.
No, I used to be super superstitious. It was bad. Like I used to have to like eat exactly the same thing. I used to have to like, it was really bad. And then one day I was like, this is not worth it. Like I'm literally driving myself crazy. And now I don't really do anything. Like it just depends. Sometimes I take a nap. But sometimes I stay awake. Like it just depends on how I'm feeling. But I don't really have any like
we try to keep it.
I drink Gatorade. That is the key. Drinking Gatorade is the key, guys.
Drinking Gatorade.
No,
It's
like Logan.
a placebo.
Okay, Logan
Sorry.
thinks I'm crazy, but we talked. So like we've worked with Carrie, and she's the U.S. figure skating dietitian, and she literally was like, "No, it helps because there's sugar in it and electrolytes and salt." She's like, "It's perfect."
The amount of Gatorade that Ava drinks
Before
is
run
like
no, I
nothing
drink. Okay, I
compared,
drink.
and it doesn't. It maybe helps. I don't know, but it's like nothing. So I don't know how much it's really helping. That's all I'm saying.
It helps. I guess that is my pre-competition ritual because I only have Gatorades when we do like hard weeks, so like doubles week.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
just
gave
if
you
we
Gatorade
have
this
them at the
week.
house. But like at competitions, I'm like, I'm just on Gatorade the whole time.
Oh my god.
So I'll say that talking about hard weeks, for our training,
Sun is in
I
your
know.
yeah,
I
that's
was
fine,
about to
it's
be
okay.
like,
We can like
Ethan's
here,
shining through.
like,
Whoosh.
it's okay.
It's good. None of that's good.
So for our training, I know Ava has like really helped us motivate ourselves because when we were in Michigan and we didn't want to do a run through, you would always come into the locker room and be like, "Did you guys do your run through yet?" And we really had to look at each other and be like, so
It wasn't even,
the
I was gonna
past
say, so it wasn't even like, it wasn't I mean, I don't know if it's a good motivation, but just like one of those like freaking you out, like you got to do your run through. And meanwhile, you guys are like, oh shoot, like, what are we gonna do?
so the past 2 weeks, anytime we've been like, "Oh, I'm tired," we've been like, "What would Ava say?"
Ava's gonna ask if we did our run through, and we have to
We're like,
somehow
Well,
say,
the past
we're
2
gonna
weeks
do
have
our
been
run.
Guys, that's
okay.
so
I'm
funny
gonna like
because
sit
literally
over
every
here so
time I
that
go
I'm
into
not
the
like.
locker room, like
Oh,
every
she
time
asked that to
I ask
everybody.
everybody now. Like I'm
Everybody.
like, do you have a run? Do you have a run? I'm like,
Yeah, and it's funny.
Oh my gosh.
We always
Okay.
we tend to want like we like to do our run throughs
early.
early, and we don't like to do them. And it's funny because everyone will be like, "Oh, are you gonna save it for Igor? Are you gonna?" And I'm like, "No, like I'm doing it alone,
Or with
a
Pasquale.
second, or with Pasquale.
That's
We're
it.
those are the
Yeah.
only people, if anybody, that are gonna see it. Now I'm sure that's probably not great training. We just
I mean, everyone stops to watch anyways.
Yeah.
So.
I know.
yeah, no, it's true. Like if you're taking the music for 3 to 4 minutes, people are gonna be waiting. So, the coaches are gonna watch anyway. But yeah, we try to always get it done pretty much within the first half hour, 45 minutes that we get on the ice. And I think it's good training anyway.
It's good training for like a 5 minute because
Yeah,
you just
doing-
like get on, you do 2 elements, and you go.
Yeah,
Which
we
I don't
tend to
know.
Yeah, we
only
did
do
that the other
elements,
day.
a lot of people.
Like we do
Yeah.
1 foot twizzle and we do a free. Like that's it.
Like I know the Browns tend to do a little bit more. Gage likes
Well,
to do like 4 or 5 elements.
correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys, I think you're like one of the teams that you guys don't really do a lot on like the 5 minute warm up either, right? Like, yeah, because I know like was it Hubble and Donahue? They really didn't
Yeah,
do that
they
much.
did like 1 or 2 elements
Yeah.
the whole.
I
Yes,
think
and I've noticed from watching you guys really like you just kind of are like
It's like
Yeah.
just feeling your feet and feeling your ankles. And I feel like at that point the judges have seen most everything
Yeah,
from
because they've seen
practices.
practices before. They don't. I mean, as far as the judging goes, I don't think they need to see
We
anything
have
in
a
the 5
better
minutes.
a better warm-up routine.
Yes,
So-
coming into champs with a new and improved initial warm-up.
Natalia kind of helped us with it.
Yeah, but I think also Ava and I go into it for the 5 minutes and go if
Like I
if
always
we
say, like,
don't
if
know
you-
what
well,
we're
if you need
doing
longer,
already.
I'm always like, just take your time. Like we'll figure it out. And we only do 1 foot twizzle, and like that's it. Like on a 5, we only do 1 foot twizzle, and then we just skate around.
No, yeah, but that's not what I was gonna say.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say if you don't already know what you're doing it on a 5 minute isn't gonna help. Like at that point, you should already have done your training. Like doing an extra element. I mean, granted,
Right.
I understand if there's a lift
Right,
you need
yeah.
to go through or something, that makes sense. But like if you're doing a transition, it's like, all right, that should already be done. You should already know what you're doing. So,
Yeah. Normally we do
that's our
like
thought
we
process.
do twizzles first and then 1 foot because everyone else goes and does 1 foot first. So
Yeah.
we're like
throw everyone off.
we do,
Nice.
we always
But the
do
oh my
twizzles.
gosh, I feel so bad for you guys.
The
6
juniors are
people.
intense.
I
warm-up.
know. And we're trying to get a Zam
I don't know.
for
I
the
don't think
rhythm
there's
at
gonna be a
least,
Zam.
but
I think a lot of people are trying to, because it's 6 and 6. So I don't know why they wouldn't break it up 4-4-4.
But the senior
Right.
warm-ups are so chill. Like everyone's kind of just like, okay, just feel your ankles, But the junior warm-up, you guys go. Like everyone's
No,
out to
it's
skate you, like, it's like
insane.
you bust out going, and then you guys are all, like, doing your exercises, and then you start doing elements, and, like, with 6 people, or I guess 12 people, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I
Well,
will say
and like
that's
we're towards the end of our group, like we're in the second group towards the
Yeah.
end, and I'm just imagining the ice from the rocker pattern is gonna be
Yeah.
oh
Luckily, the ice in Michigan gets pretty rough too. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we're used to
the
the rough
what I would
ice.
say is, as much as you're trying to set your pattern, set it on a different one so you don't get stuck in ruts. I've done that before where I've been
Like,
after.
shift it a little bit.
I think I was the last Starlight Waltz, and we had to shift our pattern just slightly enough that we could skate on, not.
Cleaner.
Yeah, we
yeah.
were the last one to go, and we happened to be the 10th one. This was
Yeah, I
like,
feel like that's gonna be key on like the rocker, like because
Yeah.
everyone's
Well,
gonna have the same
at
pattern.
dance final, I like bobbled in the footwork where like the rocker is.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's just yeah.
Yeah.
just find some fresh ice somewhere as best
Do you want to
can.
do the quick
Yeah.
rapid?
Okay,
So
we have this is our rapid fire question segment.
what if no wait, we had a name for it. What was the name for it?
Oh, it was you get 30 seconds to get to your starting position,
Oh, or you get a
or you
deduction.
get a
Oh,
deduction.
nice. Okay,
So we
I
named
like
it. Okay, so Eliana's gonna. Who do you want to go first?
We can do like okay.
Wait, so
Let's
you have
have
to answer,
Logan
like,
go
the
first.
first thing in your head, and then
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like
So
first
okay,
So what?
do like the first. Do like the first 10.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Who's going
All
first?
right. So Logan, you're gonna go first.
Okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
Ready? Go.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
Coffee,
Pizza or burger?
pizza.
Cats or dogs?
Oh, I have a cat, but I like dogs.
Summer or winter?
Winter,
Chocolate or vanilla?
vanilla.
Beach vacation or mountain retreat?
No, mountain retreat.
Book or movie?
I should say book, but I'm gonna have to say movie.
Morning or night?
Morning,
Uh, iPhone or Android?
iPhone,
Sweet or savory?
sweet.
Okay.
Okay. I
Good.
think there's another page too. If
those
you
are
want.
solid
Oh
answers.
yeah, but I
The
like
cat or
You like
dog
this
one
one,
was
okay.
hard because I was like, I really.
I feel like if we could have a dog, we would, but because we're not home, like, a cat is just easier. And I
Yeah.
love Indy.
I
don't
wanna
I was
get a
gonna say
cat.
Indy's amazing. We will say that. Indy acts like a dog though, in some
He plays fetch with hair ties.
So
Like, if I throw a hair tie, he picks it up and brings it back to me.
No way.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
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 You want to ask these?
Sure. Okay. All right, Ava. These are for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Pen or pencil?
Pen.
Fiction or nonfiction?
Nonfiction.
Music or silence?
Silence.
knew it.
Sneakers or sandals?
Sneakers.
Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
Car or bicycle?
Car.
Comedy or drama?
Comedy.
Black or white?
Black.
Hiking or biking?
Hiking.
Awesome. Okay.
I am not a bike person.
So now, if anyone was wondering what their answers to these very generic questions, now you know the answer.
I know. Well, actually, that was funny.
People are gonna judge me for silence, but
No, I was gonna say if she says music, she's such a liar. Because we'll be in the car and I'll put music on because I'm jamming out. And Ava's like, "Why do you have music on?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Why do I have music on? Like, I'm listening to music. I'm in the car. Who cares?" And she's like, "I just like listening to the road." And I'm like, "Well,
So okay, I get hate for this all the time because so I have like I wouldn't say old car, but like it doesn't have like one of the modern like
yeah.
screens or whatever. So I didn't know that my car like connects to like Bluetooth until very recently. So I just drive with
In the
silence,
silence.
right? And then finally someone told me they're like why don't you connect like Spotify? And I was like I can't, my car doesn't do that. And they're like press this button. So I've discovered Spotify on my
Luckily,
Nice.
I have
Okay.
Apple CarPlay and
Yeah.
Bluetooth connection, so
Wait, so
I listen.
Ethan, so then what would your answer be then? Are you back to music or are you still silent?
I mean, No, because I'm still silenced because I don't even have like Spotify Premium. So like if I listen to music, I get like
Gotta
ads
have it.
every like 2 songs.
You're like, this
No,
sucks.
I-
Turn it off.
I'm music. Like today on my way to dance, I was too lazy to connect my phone to turn the music on, and it was only like a couple minutes, but normally it's music.
I
But
usually
see, like
listen
I
to-
just okay, it's music, but then sometimes if I'm like I need to focus, so then I turn the music down. I'm like, just
Oh
try-
yeah, no. Don't yeah. If you need to see better, music down. If you need, I get it. No. It's true. Like if it's storming, you know, and you've got your. This was happening actually on Friday. We got a major
Oh yeah, we had a
snowstorm.
big snowstorm.
And I'm sure everyone was silent because you can't be cranking music up and
I
jamming.
called my mom and I go, because like the snow was so bad. And I drive a sedan, so it's not tall or anything. And the snow was deep. And I was like, Mom, like, what if I crash my car? She's like, well, crash it really good and then it'll be okay.
No way. Oh my gosh. No, we had a huge snowstorm here and there is like ice everywhere because we don't have like the equipment to plow.
I'm so
So
surprised they don't have salt or something. Or like one truck. Just to
Just
no,
one.
literally, like the main roads are fine, but all the back roads are terrible.
Yeah.
yeah. I made a snow fort though on Monday.
nice.
Yeah, that was great.
Wow.
Do you
Yeah,
have
it's-
anything you want to like say about like what you're hoping to achieve at nationals this year, like what you're looking forward to moving forward?
2 clean skates. That's all I hope for.
Okay. All
Touche.
right. We're hoping to show some
Cheers
pretty
to that.
great performances as well.
Well, because last year was so sad. So I'm like really like just stay on your feet. You'll be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
amazing. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. Okay.
Okay. I don't know. Wait.
All right, I'll do the outro. Thank you for listening to E&E Unplugged.
We're so happy to have Eva and Logan with
Yeah.
us on this episode. And
What's the catchphrase again? I forgot. Is it like
peel out.
yeah, peel out.
Hey.
All right, I'll stop the recording.
We're so unprofessional.
I know
I
it's
like
okay.
it though.
Guys,
Sorry.
Yeah, she did.
I'm just really hoping the recording picked up the Zoom
Their
audio
audio.
because I could barely
We
hear.
didn't test it. No, that's how it was for Olivia and Luke.
Yeah, it was fine, right?
We gotta figure out how to fix it.
We